Hey, this is Ivan here. Welcome to the channel. If you are a guy, please subscribe and send this video to a friend of yours to help him with any problem with a woman or with women. So here I am in the middle of nowhere. This is you see, it's like kind of an empty street in Newark, New Jersey. And some people may say, oh, there is no game here, there's nothing going on here. Empty street, so there should be no game here to be practiced. But that's not true, because game is happening all the time. All the time. Even on the darkest corners, in the emptiest streets, there is always game. So I'm gonna put it this way. If you don't game, somebody will game you. And this is an area here, you see the kind of people in the background, they are like kind of, yeah, tough guys, you know, like. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about, let's get to the video. The video, it will be named the 3 common mistakes on a newbie, on the people that do games, the beginners. The beginners, once they start doing the game, once they start gaming girls, and not only girls, they make 3 critical mistakes. And the first critical mistake is, it's called to be shy. You know, they don't go and they don't game anybody. They just stay around, looking around on the street like I'm doing now. You see guys in the background, guys over there. There are no girls here, right? So we cannot game girls, but we can game guys. But the problem with the newbie is that he just doesn't know how to start. And usually the first approach is the hardest one, we know from practice. And I strongly recommend you to start gaming as soon as you get out on the street. As soon as you get out, you start gaming. The first person you see, you strike a conversation for no reason. How's the weather? You talk about the weather. So you get in the vibe. So you're gonna get yourself in the vibe of gaming. So now when you see a girl, how to start immediately to see a girl. Now I'm gonna give you a mental trick. You know, the mental trick is simple. What the worst can happen? What the worst can happen? You just talk to the girl, and what the worst can happen? She can reject you. So that's it. But if you are a little bit advanced, you will know how not to reject you. But the problem is the newbies, they don't even start. That is a big problem. They stay shy, they are in their head, they are not out in the environment. So be in the environment, smell the air, see the situation. Now it's a rainy day here, and I'm ready to game anything around, anything that moves. It's ready to be gamed. Yeah, so now this is the first mistake, critical mistake. Do not even start. They don't even start. Now, the second mistake is, we're gonna call it setting the wrong frame. Most of the guys that start in the beginning, they set the wrong frame. And the wrong frame is the typical approach frame. Yeah, how's it going? Can I talk to you? Blah, blah, blah. This is not a proper frame. This is not the proper frame. So now I'm gonna tell you what the proper frame should be. Now, the proper frame should be something like this. Here it's me, I'm Ivan, hello, I want to talk to you, I think you're a cute girl, or whatever your opener is. And the proper frame should be, now remember this, nothing it is going to happen between me and you, between you and the girl. Nothing is going to happen between me and you, but might happen. So that should be the feeling, that should be the vibe that the girl should receive. And here is a girl. So you gotta talk like this. This is the right frame. Nothing is going to happen, but maybe something might happen. So you think about this concept and create your own scripts, because your own scripts are more important. Once you set up the right frame, then it's a lot better. Now, why it is important to convey this kind of frame in the head of the girl in the very beginning? Because The girl does not know you. Let's be honest. She does not know you. She cannot judge you right away, or she can actually judge you right away, but she cannot judge you in depth. So, for that depth, you will need time. You will have to reveal yourself in front of her, and it will take a few minutes to do that, right? In the very beginning, she has some preconceived idea about you by your look, by the way you walk, by the way you talk, by the way you stand, by the way you move your body. All these things are important, but now you have to incept this idea that you are a man, she is a woman, and that is the frame. The frame is, I'm a guy, you are a girl, and something might happen between us. We're not quite sure. Yes, we're not quite sure. We don't know. We don't know. Maybe happen, maybe not happen. Now, once you set up this frame, then it comes to the third mistake that most of the newbies are doing. So now, the third mistake is very simple. They never get to the point, right? So, guys are talking, and they never get to the point. And what is the point? The point is this thing that might have happened, that might happen between us, that must be something of a sexual nature. So now you have to, okay, I'm sorry for the cigarettes. That's one of these videos with the cigarette. So I'm gonna put this camera here for a second to lit my cigarette. So now, here you have it. I'm sorry, but I'm doing this video there you have it. Don't look at me. Don't smoke cigarettes, okay? Just go to the gym. Just go to the gym. These cigarettes are there just for players, okay? If you want to become a player, please subscribe to the channel and send this to a friend of yours or to somebody that you know that needs help with women. So now, the third common mistake that all new guys in game do is they don't get to the point. Once again, I'll repeat that. They don't get to the point. And the girl, on a subconscious level, she knows what the point is. She knows what the point is, but you have to design your scripts, you have to design your game in a way to reveal this to the girl that that is the point. You are not there to discuss politics, football players, you are not there to discuss music. These are just topics in the beginning, you know, and they should be well framed to lead with the intention for something magical to happen between you and the girl. And that magical thing must be some sexual thing. Otherwise, you have no business with that person over there. I'm not saying girl, because this is not your boss, this is not your colleague. You're not going to be discussing all kinds of professional stuff. You are there with the girl to show your intent. That is a difficult thing to do, to show intent. And when you show the intent, you have to show it in a way that I mentioned on the second mistake. You have to show the intent in a way that it's convoluted. It's not very, if you say, for example, oh, I like you, and you know, I think we're gonna have sex. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work right away. But if you say, wow, you have a sexy legs, and I think we gotta see these legs in some other light, right? But I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure that you're the type of girl that will do that thing, right? So you have to use this little tactics of push and pull in the scripts. In the scripts, you have to use these little gimmicks to avoid these three common mistakes. Mistake number one, you don't approach at all. You just stay shy. You stay around, observe, and you never get the move. You never get the drive and the move to go and attack. Mistake number two, as I said, mistake number two, not setting the right frame. do not say what the right frame should be. You don't convey this idea about what the right frame should be. The right frame should be, I'm a guy, you're a girl, and something might happen between us. And mistake number 3, the intent is not clear. No clear intent. Yes, and that is a good thing. It is more like a feeling you have to convey in her about your intent. You should never voice your intent verbally. And that's it pretty much for this video. I hope you learned something. These are 3 common mistakes that all new guys are doing in the game. And the first one is the most dangerous. They keep staying shy. They cannot gather courage enough to go and attack. So now, please go and do it. Like one of my mentors say, just fucking do it. And that's it. What else you gonna lose? Nothing. Practice makes perfect game. That's it. And enjoy the show.